put a finger down if you and your spouse love New Orleans so much y'all decided to go to New Orleans for your honeymoon, and while there, someone suggested you all should go to one of the slave plantation tours in the area, and against your better judgment and against all of the DNA, the black DNA in your body telling you you better not take your black behind to a slave plantation tour, you went anyway. And while there, things didn't seem too far off while you were walking around the property. You walked in the slave quarters and you saw the relics that they had. You saw the clothes that they used to wear, the tools they used to use, and you saw how dark and dingy and cold the slave quarters were, the houses that they lived in. And you looked out amongst the field and you can just feel this depression starting to wash over you and this anger starting to wash over you because your imagination was playing tricks on you, making you feel like you could actually see the slaves out there at that time working. And you were just feeling like, oh, just this terrible anger wash over you because you knew that at some point there were black people working in these same fields that you are now freely able to walk through and look at. And then it was time for the actual tour of the big house, to which you were told you are not allowed to take any pictures or videos inside of this house at all. And you replied to your wife, who in the hell do they think they talking to, telling us we can't take pictures or videos inside the big house, but we were just outside in the slave quarters taking as many pictures as we wanted to, as though they're trying to say the master's house is more important than the slave quarters. So you go on this tour anyway, but now you're very pissed off. You and your wife are just walking through saying, we'll knock all this stuff over. And the tour guide, she begins to tell you this story about how bad things had gotten after slavery and after the lady of the house had to sell the property because all of the slaves had gone away and they wouldn't work on the property anymore. So things just really went down and she ended up having to sell the property because she couldn't make ends meet. Really painting this picture, painting this sob story to make you feel sorry for her. And you again look at your spouse like, I don't care. Good. She deserved whatever she got. And then you were able to step outside and take as many pictures as you wanted to of the oak alley trees that they had. And the tour guide told you that they were imported from overseas, and how just across the road there is the Mississippi River and there's swampland on the other side of the field. So none of the slaves ever had a chance of escaping because they couldn't swim across the river because of the current, and they had no chance in the swamp. So that was the last thing that you actually heard come out of this person's mouth, that all of what happened, but the slaves had no chance of surviving.